Hello guys, you're welcome once again to MathsKeypoints. Today we shall be treating linear equations. Don't forget, this is a channel for the solution to O-level mathematics exam questions, especially for those preparing for WAEC, NECO, and JAM exams. Let's dive straight in. Now, when we say linear equations, what do we mean? The first point I want you to note is that linear equations is a mathematical statement that contains only terms in one variable. The variable can be x or y or z or a or b. I want you to take note of that. I said it's a mathematical statement that contains only terms in one variable. The variable can be a constant, I said, such as x or y or z or a or b. The second point I want you to note is this. I want to say linear equation, the highest power of that variable is going to be what? 1. Example, the highest power of the variable x is going to be what? 1. Although we don't normally write it, but we know is equal to what? 1. Or if the variable is y, the highest power of this variable y is going to be what? 1. And so on and so forth. Then the third point I want you to note is this. As you're solving questions in linear equation, anything done on the left-hand side will also be done on what? The right-hand side. Example, when we multiply, if you multiply on the left-hand side, you also multiply on the right-hand side. If you subtract on the left-hand side, you also subtract on the right-hand side. If you add on the left-hand side, you also add on the right-hand side. If you divide on the left-hand side, you also do what? Divide on the right-hand side. I want you to take note of that example. If we have a problem like this, 3x plus 2 is equal to what? 14. We have been given this, and now we want to do justice to this. First of all, let's analyze the 3 points we have here. From here, we know that x is what? It contains only one variable, and the variable here is what? X. X is a variable. Now the highest power of x is what? 1. Is not written. The highest power of variable is what? 1. Now it contains only one variable, means it satisfies our first point here, number 1. Now the highest power of x here is equal to what? 1, which satisfies the second point. And then when we want to solve it, it's going to satisfy the third point, in which anything done to the left-hand side will also be done on the right-hand side. From this question, the 3x plus 2 is the left-hand side of the equation, and then the 14 is the right-hand side of the equation. Now we have 3x plus 2 as equal to what? 14. Now what do? We want to solve for x. We say subtract 2 from both sides. You will now have 3x plus 2 minus 2 as equal to what? 14 minus what? 2. Now we are subtracting 2 on the left hand side. We also subtract 2 from the right hand side. From here, these 2 will cancel out. You have that 3x is equal to 14 minus 2 is what? 12. Now because we want to solve for x, what do? We divide both sides by what? 3. So we divide the left hand side by what? 3. We also divide the right hand side by what? 3. This 3 will cancel out. We have that our x is equal to what? 12 divided by 3 is equal to what? 4. So this is the meaning of when we say anything done to the left hand side will also be done to the right hand side. So let's move on to solve practical examples so that you can get the big picture. Now let's take the first question, question 1. They said solve 2y plus 3 as equal to 3y minus 8. Solution. Now we have been given 2y plus 3 as equal to what? 3y minus 8. Now the variable here is what? Y. And the highest power of y is what? 1. Now we have to solve for y. Now anything done to the left hand side will also be done to the right hand side. So let's proceed. Now I want you to take note of this. Always move let me give you this as a key point, because this is Maths Key Point channel. Now, anything, whenever I see a question like this, I want you to take note of this point. Always move the lower value towards the higher value. Whenever you're solving a problem like this, always move the lower value or figure towards the higher value. Now, from here, we have 2y plus 3 as equal to what? 3y minus 8. Now, we have that here is 2y, here is also what? 3y. Here is plus 3, here is minus 8. So from here, we have that 3 is bigger than what? Minus 8. So what do? We say 3. This implies that 3, we are taking this minus 8 towards this side. It will turn to what? Positive, as equal to what? 3y is bigger than 2y. So we take 2 across the equality sign. It becomes what? Minus 2y. Now from here, this implies that 11 is equal to what? Y. So which also means that y is equal to what? 11. As easy as what? ABCD. So let's go to the second question. Question 2. Now you have been given to solve 19 is equal to 1 over 4x plus what? 7. So it's the same thing. Here 19 is bigger than what? Plus 7. So we take 7 to the other side. Solution, it simply means 19 minus 7 is equal to what? 1 over 4x. Remember, this is 1 over 4 times x. So 19 minus 7 is going to be what? 12. This simply means that 12 is equal to what? X over what? 4. Remember, 1 over 4 times x is equal to x over 4. Now, what do we do for x to be alone? Now, remember, this can also be written as x over 4 is equal to what? 12. I want you to take note of that. Now, what do we do for x to stand alone? We multiply both sides by what? 4. Which simply means we have x over 4 times 4 is equal to what? 12 times 4, because anything done to the left hand side will also be done to the right hand side. From here, this 4 will cancel out. We have that therefore x is equal to what? 12 times 4 is what? 48. So let's proceed to solve the last question before we go to other topics. Now let's take the final question on this topic. Question 3. You have been asked to solve x plus 1 over what? 5 minus 3 into x minus 1 over 10 as equal to what? 2. Solution. We have x plus 1 over 5 minus 3 into x minus 1 over what? 10 as equal to 2. How do you know this problem is a problem in linear equation? As you can see, it contains one variable, and the highest power of this variable x is equal to what? 1. So now let's employ the third point there. Anything done to the left hand side will also be done to the right hand side. So from here we look for what? The LCM. The LCM of 5 and 10, in case you have forgotten, we have 5 here, we have 10. What can go? 2 can go, 2 here, 5, 2 here, 5. We have 5, 5 here, 1, 1. We have 2 times 5. So the LCM here is what? 10. 2 times 5, which is equal to what? 10. So the LCM of 5 and 10 is what? 10. Now what do? We multiply both sides by what? 10, which is the LCM. Don't forget, now we have 10 into x plus 1 over 5. Don't forget, minus 10 into 3 into x minus 1 over what? 10. Now as equal to what? 2 times what? 10. Now from here, this 5 here will cancel. This 10, you have 2 into x plus 1. Now minus, what will happen? This 10 will cancel this 10. You now have minus what? You have minus 3x, minus 3 into x minus 1 as equal to what? 20. Now simplifying further, you have that 2 times x is 2x plus 2 times 1 is 2. Then minus 3 times x is minus 3x. Minus 3 times minus 1 is plus 3 as equal to what? 20. Now simplifying further, you have that 2x minus 3x plus 2 plus 3 as equal to what? 20. Now this gives minus x plus 5 is equal to 20. Then this also means minus x. Now we want to solve for x, so now we subtract 5 from both sides. Minus x plus 5 minus 5 is equal to 20 minus 5, and then these two will go. You have minus x as equal to what? 20 minus 5 is what? 15. Now multiply both sides by minus 1, which implies that minus x times minus 1 as equal to 15 times minus 1. This gives x as equal to minus 15. So this is our answer. Please, if you like this video, don't forget to subscribe to this channel. Thank you.